Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Learning Explained. I'm Emma, and today we're starting a new topic, speaking English without fear.
Hey there, I'm Leo, and I'm really excited about this one because honestly, fear has always been a big problem for me when I try to speak.
You're not alone. Many people feel afraid when they speak English, even if they understand a lot or can read and write. Speaking is different. It's fast, it's public, and you can't hit delete.
Exactly. When I speak, I always think, what if I say the wrong word? What if I forget how to finish the sentence? Or worse, what if someone laughs at me?
Those thoughts are normal. You're not weak, you're not bad at English, you're human. And your brain is trying to protect you from something it thinks is dangerous, embarrassment.
But speaking isn't dangerous, right?
Not at all. But the brain doesn't always know that. When you speak a new language, you feel vulnerable. You don't feel in control. That's when fear shows up. It's not because you're bad at English. It's because you care.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. Fear doesn't mean I'm weak. It means I'm stepping outside my comfort zone.
Yes, fear is a sign of growth. It means your brain is learning something new, something uncomfortable. But here's the good news. You can learn to speak with fear. And over time, the fear gets smaller.
So we don't have to wait for the fear to go away.
No, if you wait until you're not afraid, you might never speak. But if you speak while you're afraid, even just a few words, you're training your brain to stay calm, to trust the process.
That makes sense. Like going to the gym. The first time it feels awkward, but the more you go, the stronger you get. Same with speaking?
Exactly. Speaking is like a muscle. It grows through use, not through silence. And mistakes? They're part of the workout.
Okay, so step one is this. It's okay to be afraid, but I speak anyway, even if my voice shakes, even if it's not perfect.
Yes, Leo, that's the mindset. Not I must speak perfectly, but I speak to grow. I speak to learn. In the last chapter, we said something important. It's okay to feel afraid when you speak English. Fear means you care. But now, how do we actually begin?
That's my question. I understand I should speak, but where do I start? I don't want to start with a big conversation. That's still scary.
You don't need to start big. In fact, it's better to start small. One word, one sentence, one moment. We call this speaking small. It means using tiny chances to speak English without pressure.
Okay, give me an example.
Sure, let's say you're at home and you're cooking. Just say out loud, I'm making dinner, or this smells good. You're not talking to anyone, just yourself, but that still counts as speaking.
So I don't need a conversation partner?
Not yet. In the beginning, your goal is just to make English come out of your mouth. Even one sentence per day is a great step.
I think I can do that. Maybe in the morning I can say, I feel tired. Or, today is sunny. That doesn't feel scary.
Exactly. That's safe speaking. No pressure, no mistakes to worry about. You can speak while walking, brushing your teeth, making coffee.
And what about in public? Like in a shop or cafe?
Great question. In public, you can practice what we call micro-speaking. Just one word or phrase like, hi, thanks, takeaway, please. These are real interactions, but they're short, and everyone builds confidence.
So it's like building a muscle little by little.
Yes, every time you say something, even one word, your fear gets smaller. Your brain learns, this is okay. I survived. I did it.
I love that because sometimes I think if I can't say everything, I shouldn't say anything. But now I see even small words are a win.
They are. And here's a tip for our listeners. Choose one moment today where you will speak English, even one sentence. You can talk to yourself or to someone, or just whisper quietly.
One sentence, that's all?
That's all. Because the most important thing is this. You speak, even with fear, even if it's not perfect. That's how it starts. Welcome back. So far, we've talked about why fear happens when we speak English and how to start with small, safe steps. Now, let's talk about the next big step, speaking with other people.
That's the hard part for me. Talking with others feels even scarier than talking to myself. There's pressure. What if I don't understand, or what if they don't understand me?
That's very common, Leo. In fact, many learners avoid speaking practice because of those fears. But research shows that speaking with others is one of the most effective ways to improve language skills.
Really? Why is that?
Well, when you speak with someone, your brain is very active. You're not just repeating words, you're processing new information, making decisions on what to say next, and listening at the same time. This uses what scientists call working memory and active recall.
What do those mean?
Great question. Working memory is like a mental workspace. It holds information temporarily while you use it. When you speak, your brain holds words, grammar, and ideas in this workspace while you put them together. It's like juggling balls. Your brain is juggling words in real time.
That sounds hard.
It is challenging, but it also trains your brain to get faster and stronger. The more you practice, the better your brain becomes at juggling words and ideas.
And what about active recall?
Active recall means trying to remember something without help. When you speak, you have to recall vocabulary and grammar from memory, not just recognize them on a page. This helps you learn deeply and remember longer.
So speaking is like a workout for my brain.
Exactly. But here's the thing. This workout can feel stressful, and stress can make fear worse. That's why it's important to create a safe speaking environment.
Safe speaking environment? What's that?
It means practicing speaking where you feel comfortable, accepted, and supported. This reduces anxiety and helps your brain focus on learning, not on fear.
So like a friendly class or a conversation with a patient friend?
Yes, or even online language partners who want to help learners. Studies show that positive social support lowers levels of the stress hormone cortisol in your brain. Lower cortisol means less fear and better learning.
Wow, science really backs this up.
It does. Also, preparing what to say can help reduce fear. If you practice common phrases or topics ahead of time, your brain feels more confident during real conversations.
So preparation is like having a safety net.
Yes, a safety net that helps you catch yourself if you feel nervous. For example, practice greetings, simple questions, or introducing yourself. When you meet someone new, you already have some phrases ready.
That sounds helpful, but what if I make mistakes in front of others?
Mistakes are part of learning. In fact, research shows that making mistakes activates brain areas responsible for learning and memory. Your brain uses errors as feedback to improve. So mistakes are good. They help your brain learn faster.
That's a big relief. I used to think mistakes meant failure.
Most people think that, but it's not true. Mistakes mean you're trying, and trying is how we learn anything new.
Okay, so to summarize, speak with others often, but in safe, supportive places.
Prepare what you want to say, and don't be afraid of mistakes. They're part of learning.
Perfect summary, Leo. One last tip. Use repetition in your conversations. Repeating words and sentences helps your brain build strong connections. It's why language learners often repeat dialogues or phrases many times.
Repetition makes sense. So even if I say the same sentence many times, it's helping me speak better.
Yes, exactly. It trains your brain and your mouth because speaking uses muscles too.
This makes me feel more ready to try speaking with others, step by step, little by little.
That's the way. Remember, your brain is learning every time you speak. Even if it feels scary, the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Welcome back. So far, we've talked about why fear happens when we speak, how to start speaking small, and practicing with others in safe places. Now, let's explore something very important: how to manage nerves and stay calm when you speak English.
Oh yes, Emma, I always get nervous before speaking. My heart beats fast, my hands shake, and sometimes my mind goes blank. What can I do to calm down?
That's a very common experience, Leo. When we feel nervous, our brain triggers a natural response called the fight or flight reaction. It's our body's way of protecting us from danger.
Right, I've heard about fight or flight, but speaking English doesn't feel dangerous.
It doesn't feel dangerous, but your brain doesn't always know the difference. When you speak a new language, your brain can see it as a challenge or threat. That's why your body reacts with increased heart rate, sweaty palms, or dry mouth.
So, my body is just trying to keep me safe?
Exactly. But luckily, there are simple ways to tell your brain, hey, it's okay. This is safe.
Like what?
One powerful technique is controlled breathing. When you breathe slowly and deeply, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This part of your nervous system helps your body relax and lower stress.
How do I do controlled breathing?
Try this with me. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds, then breathe out slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this a few times.
Okay. Breathing slowly. Wow, I feel a bit calmer already.
Exactly. Controlled breathing sends a message to your brain that you're safe. It helps reduce your heart rate and quiets your nervous system.
That sounds easy and useful. What else can I do?
Another helpful method is positive self-talk. Our thoughts affect how we feel and act. If you tell yourself, I can do this, or it's okay to make mistakes, you train your brain to be more confident.
So, the words I say to myself matter?
They matter a lot. Our brain is always listening to our inner voice. If it hears encouragement, it reduces fear. If it hears doubt or criticism, fear grows.
I guess I've been my own worst critic sometimes.
Many people are. Try to catch negative thoughts and then gently replace them with kind, positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, I'm going to mess up, say, I'm learning and getting better every time.
I like that. It feels like coaching myself.
Exactly. You are your own coach.
Any other tips?
Yes, another effective technique is visualization. Before speaking, close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking confidently. See yourself smiling, speaking clearly, and feeling calm.
Is that really helpful?
Yes. Visualization activates the same brain areas as actually doing the action. It prepares your brain and body to perform better. Athletes and public speakers use this method all the time.
Wow, I didn't know language learners could use these tools too.
Absolutely. These techniques are simple, but they work well. You can use one or all of them before speaking or even in moments when you feel nervous.
So, if I feel afraid before a conversation,
I can breathe deeply, say positive words to myself, and imagine success?
Yes. And remember, feeling nervous is normal. Even native speakers get nervous sometimes. The goal is not to be fearless, but to manage your nerves so they don't stop you.
That's very encouraging. I feel like I have tools now, not just hope.
And that's the best feeling. When you have tools, you have power. Welcome back. Now that we've talked about managing nerves, it's time to get practical. Let's share some simple, fun exercises you can do every day to help you speak English with more confidence.
Yes, please. I want exercises that don't feel like boring homework.
Good, because learning is best when it's enjoyable. Here's our first exercise, tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters? Like she sells seashells by the seashore?
Exactly. Tongue twisters help your mouth muscles get stronger and more flexible. When you practice them slowly, you improve your pronunciation and clarity. And as you get better, you can say them faster, which helps your brain and mouth work together smoothly.
That sounds fun and a little challenging. What's a beginner-friendly tongue twister we can try?
Try this one. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Say it slowly at first, then faster when you're ready.
Okay. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. It's tricky, but I feel my mouth warming up.
Perfect. Now, our second exercise is role-playing small conversations. This means practicing common situations like ordering coffee or saying hello to a neighbor.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine you're in a cafe. You can practice saying, "Hello, I would like a coffee, please." Thank you. Practicing these ahead of time makes real conversations easier.
That sounds helpful. Can I practice alone for this?
Definitely. You can practice by yourself or with a friend, a teacher, or a language partner. Even recording yourself can help.
Recording? That sounds scary.
It might feel strange at first, but listening to yourself is a great way to notice your progress. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you become.
Okay, I'll try. What's the third exercise?
The third exercise is a daily speaking challenge. Choose one small moment every day to say something in English. It can be a sentence about your day, a question, or even a comment about the weather.
Like saying, "It's sunny today," or "I'm happy."
Exactly. The goal is to make speaking English a natural part of your daily life. Even one sentence a day adds up over time.
I like that. It feels doable and not overwhelming.
That's the idea. Small, consistent steps build your confidence and reduce fear.
So, tongue twisters, role plays, and daily challenges. 3 fun ways to get better every day.
Yes, and remember, it's okay to make mistakes during these exercises. They are part of the learning process.
Thanks, Emma. I'm excited to try these exercises and speak more without fear.
You're welcome, Leo. And to all our listeners, start small, be kind to yourself, and keep practicing. Your speaking confidence will grow with every word. Welcome to our final chapter. We've covered a lot: understanding fear, starting small, practicing with others, managing nerves, and daily exercises. Now, let's talk about how to find support to keep your speaking journey strong and fun.
Support sounds important, but where do I start? There are so many apps and websites, it feels overwhelming.
It can feel that way, yes. But the key is to find tools and communities that fit your style and goals. For example, some people like using language learning apps that include speaking practice, like Duolingo, Hello Talk, or Tandem.
I've heard about those. Are they good for speaking?
Yes, many apps now include speaking exercises where you record yourself or chat with native speakers. They're great for practicing anytime, anywhere.
That sounds convenient.
It is. Another great resource is conversation groups. either in your city or online. These groups create a friendly environment to practice speaking with other learners and sometimes native speakers.
Are online groups good? I worry about the internet and strangers.
That's a valid concern. Look for groups with good reviews or recommendations from trusted sources. Many language communities on platforms like Facebook, Reddit, or Meetup have moderators to keep the space safe and welcoming.
Okay, so safety matters.
Very much so. Also, you can find language tutors or coaches online who specialize in helping learners speak without fear. They offer personalized feedback and encouragement.
That sounds helpful, but maybe expensive.
Some tutors can be pricey, but many offer affordable lessons or trial sessions. Plus, some platforms connect you with volunteer language partners for free or low cost.
Nice. I like the idea of talking with real people.
Exactly. Speaking with real people is the best way to grow. And remember, you're not alone in this. Thousands of learners around the world are building their speaking skills every day, just like you.
That's comforting to hear.
It is. So here's a little homework for our listeners. Try exploring one new tool or community this week. Maybe download a language app, join a conversation group, or find a language partner online.
One step at a time. I'm ready to keep going.
Wonderful. And don't forget, your journey is unique. Use what works for you and be patient. Speaking English without fear takes time, but with support, it's absolutely possible.
Thank you so much, Emma. I feel ready and excited to keep practicing.
Thank you, Leo, and thank you to everyone listening. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and remember, fear is just a feeling, but your voice is powerful. See you next time.